good. Tastes like fall. Okay. The most important part about cooking is the snacks that you eat while you're cooking.
Are you live?
Yes.
You started?
Yes.
Yay! Let me do some technological things.
Hey guys!
Let's see what we technologicalize this thing.
Technical. I'm not even going to attempt to try and pronounce whatever you just said.
Are you on PoleChef?
Yes.
You're on the PoleChef profile?
Yes.
Let's see, I don't know if this is going to work
Woo! Hi, Stephanie. I'm going to try and pull it up on my profile too and just see if share it on my page. Woot. So bear with us, guys, while we get started. We're trying new technology things and trying to get the shit pulled up like on the TV in our living room. And Facebook apps on the TV are super confusing. Okay. Oh, I found it. Lovely. Come on. You can do the thing. Come on, technology. I believe in you. I believe in a thing called love. Oh god, I'm watching myself and it's so weird. There we go. Okay. Alright, I have it up on my...
This is not working. You turn on.
Fail face. I mean, there isn't really anything else that I can watch on the TV that... That's fine. You can turn it off.
Why does this thing fail?
Oh my god, stop. What is happening right now? Stop it. It's like noises coming from my laptop, and it's me, and it's so weird. Hey guys! Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started, I guess, because I got a couple people here. So, welcome back to the PoleChef kitchen. It has been a long time. So much has happened over the last couple of months, and I'm really glad to be back. Tonight we are going to make filet mignon, and I don't have a recipe card to show you because I'm pretty sure that Fran jacked it, but I told her to, so it's okay. So I'm going to be working off of the digital recipe on my laptop, but basically most of you guys know what the fuck filet mignon looks like. It's steak, and there's going to be prosciutto-wrapped asparagus and spinach potatoes, like mashed potatoes with like fresh spinach in it. All in all, it sounds like extraordinarily fancy and delicious. So that's what we're going to make. Our beverage of the night, our dinner tonight is going to be paired with a very special cider wine thing that my best friend Bethany made like a long time ago, and I'm just getting around to drinking because it's fall and it feels like a fucking fall thing to drink, and it wouldn't be me if I didn't drink it out of this redonkulous looking chalice goblet thing that we made for our wedding. We made 2 of them, so that means that now that is what I'm going to drink out of anytime I have people over. It is always good to have a designated drinking goblet, when in doubt. So I'm just finishing up prepping a little. So this is going to be a little bit boring to start off, but basically I'm pulling off the thyme flowers off the stems, which is kind of obnoxious, and cutting up some cooking cheese, which, as you all know, is really just the best part of cooking, is snacking while you're cooking. So I want to know what your guys' favorite cooking snacks are. Like when you actually cook, if you cook, what is your favorite thing to eat while you're cooking, besides what you're cooking? Mine is cheese. Usually cheddar. It's delicious, and it goes with everything. My white is showing, I'm sorry. Okay, so, let me pull up this recipe. Okay, so one of the reasons that I really like Home Chef is that it gives you like an order of operations kind of deal. For this one, hang on, I'm just doing some camera adjustments. Okay, one of the things I really like PoleChef for is they have like a very good order of operations. They have you start in a very specific order so that everything comes out like roughly around the same time. So the first thing we need to do is, hi Asha! First thing we need to do is preheat the oven to 425 degrees. So that is going to go first. So that's going to take a little while. Also, it has us set cream cheese and butter on counter to soften. Now, a little trick that I have done is a bowl, and I put it in, it's a little, yeah. So I put it in the microwave for a minute so that it's hot, and I put it over top of the cheese and butter I have here in a pile. So the heat from the bowl actually heats up the butter and the cream cheese slowly. So now the butter is softened. Cream cheese could go a little longer, but cream cheese is kind of soft as a cheese anyway, so I'm not going to complain. So that's just a really good way of heating up or softening butter that's been in the fridge pretty quickly without melting it first, because some recipes are really picky about melted butter versus softened butter. So that's a little trick thing. Thoroughly rinse produce, pat dry. Always important to rinse your produce because you don't know what kind of shit's been on it. Especially if you get it from the grocery store. Everybody's been touching it, looking at it. Dirt's been settling on it, dust, bugs, who knows. Always wash your produce first. Prepare a baking sheet with foil and cooking spray. Right now, pretty much almost every single recipe that I've ever made with Home Chef requires a cooking sheet with aluminum foil. I have used this pretty much almost every single recipe that I have made. So I use this almost every time. Regular aluminum foil. I really like olive oil cooking spray. I realize I'm live in selfie mode, so this is probably backwards, but it says olive oil cooking spray. It's really good. A wild Schaefer appears. Hey guys.
What did I stumble upon?
You have stumbled upon steak. Super steakiness.
Excellent.
Woohoo!
Super steakiness.
Where's your beverage? Off to collect your beverage. The other kind of cooking spray that I like, this is mostly for baked goods, is coconut oil cooking spray. Not because it's like super healthy or anything, but actually because the coconut oil, I think it has a very low melting point. So it's very easy to spread. I don't have to worry about it really like stinking anything up or anything like that. It makes dessert smell fucking amazing. I use this when I make my brownies, and it doesn't add any weird smells or flavors to the brownies like olive oil or vegetable oil might. And it's more desserty in my mind. Whatever, I do what I want. After that,
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Bethany's cider. What are you? You're drinking the jug wine.
Jug wine.
So classy.
Perfect pairing for El Filet Mignons.
You are super classy, babe.
All the time.
Okay, so the next thing it says, it also adds a line in the before you cook section. It tells you if any of the ingredients you have are used in more than one section. So if you have to use, for example, the Parmesan, grated Parmesan cheese. I swear to God, I'll get my lighting shit together someday. And the garlic is used in more than one section. So you have to make sure not to use all of it up front. So when it says dump garlic, don't dump all of it. It should tell you how much garlic, but it might not. Okay. So first things first, we gotta peel and cut the potato into a 1-inch dice.
How do I do that?
I need a potato peeler. The other way, that way. In the small gadgets box. Oh, guys, so for those of you who have been around long enough to remember...
Yep, I'm Larry, in case you forgot. I sous chef around here sometimes.
Occasionally.
But I'm glad that, she's making a mention for me. I know it's been some time and you guys all miss me. So, a good in.
Segways are
I
weird.
found the gadget box. I believe this is a potato peeler.
That is the one.
This is a potato peeler. For those of you, it's used for peeling potatoes. You can also use a sharp knife if you're a sailor.
Yeah, but only if you're a sailor. Only sailors get to use sharp knives. Or a pirate.
Or a pirate.
No, if you're a pirate, you have to use like a big, scary, fucking Rambo-looking knife.
That's right. Like a freaking machete or a butterfly.
Or like a kukri.
I don't know.
Some shit. Or Rambo the shit out of these potatoes. Okay, so I've already washed the potatoes. But for those of you who have been around for previous PoleChef streams, you will remember how much I fucking hate making mashed potatoes because I didn't have a fucking potato masher. I had a fork. Now, I have since gotten a potato ricer, which is like a giant fuck garlic press, but not just for garlic. You can use it for potatoes. You squish it. It has different like discs and inserts so you can squish it out at different consistencies. But I got a fucking potato masher, guys.
And a potato ricer.
And a potato ricer.
All the potatoes.
You make potato rice?
So what do we have to do now? We have to
peel the potato.
Peel the potato.
Oh Lord.
I'm ready.
Here you go. No, wait, come back. No, I was kidding.
No?
You're so weird. But I like it.
Bigger?
Bigger? Wait, don't we have like a snake head katana somewhere?
Yes.
I'm sure we could use that. So peeling potatoes. This is the part that the YouTube videos edit out because it's super boring. Nobody wants to watch you fucking peel potatoes.
Yeah, especially since you won't let me do it with a machete.
If you could successfully peel this potato with a machete without causing undue harm to yourself or the potato, then I might.
You won't let me. So I will never know.
You'll have to buy practice potatoes.
And possibly waste potatoes?
Yes. Or we could just take the potato scraps and make mashed potatoes anyway. But they only gave us...
We could rice potatoes.
We could make potato rice. But they did not give me...
Whatever those are.
More than one potato, so I cannot waste it. Okay, I'm just going to cut this part off. Okay. So, peeled potato. Yay. 1-inch dice. 1-inch dice is exactly what it sounds like. I'm going to go long ways first. Just so I have a flat bottom. Bottom. I'm an adult. Oh, fuck, that cider is good. Jesus. Okay. So 1-inch dice is a pretty large dice. And since they're not very thick now because I cut the potato in half, mostly they just do a large dice, I guess, to keep the cooking consistent. So if you just eyeball it, figure out what 1 inch looks like, go from there.
Guys, you know what we're talking about.
Ha, jokes. Haha, dick jokes. There we go. Okay. I need a dish towel.
Dish towel.
Actually, can you grab the gray one from on the other side of the bar stool thingy? The jig? The stuff with the thing. Okay. Bring a medium pot with potato covered by lightly salted water to a boil. I don't believe in lightly salted water, so there's that. Hello, Tabby.
We assault all the water.
Assault the water. Okay. Pot.
Kettle.
Still black. Film at 11. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to put the potato in first, right. I pay attention.
Professional chef here.
Super good at this. So we're putting it in a pot, and then we're going to put a potato first, and then enough water to just barely cover the potato, and then put salt in. What the water does when you put it in beforehand is it pulls the starch off the potatoes. I don't really know how this affects mashed potatoes, but I know if you're going to fry potatoes, it makes them a lot crispier.
Crispy is good.
Crispy potatoes.
Crispy potatoes.
So I'm doing like a 5-finger pinch.
I'm doing a 5-finger death punch.
God damn it. I walked into that. Okay, maybe like one more. That's cool. Lightly salted my ass. Did you want to? Okay.
No, it's too late. Fine.
It's never too late.
You know what?
Never too late.
I'm gonna hit this shit. Salt
that limp-wristed salting technique.
Salt bay.
Salt bay. Okay. So, bring it to a boil. So I'm gonna go stick this on the stove. Eddie Dick.
Hello, my adoring audience. So good to see you. Thank you, Tabby. I am the best. I know this. This is wonderful. So, how's it going? What are you doing? Welcome to PoleChef. I am your host.
The hostess was the mostest.
The hostess with the mostest.
The hostess was the mostest.
So, for those of you who don't know, which is nobody here, everyone knows. So we recently got married.
We did the thing. My ring is sitting over there because I'm a smart chef. I don't wear my ring when I cook.
I'm actually not going to do anything but be a menace in the kitchen, so mine's staying on. But that makes me Sous Chef Schaefer, and this is Chef Schaefer, and together we are fucking disgusting.
We are gross.
Kiss me.
Ow! Could you not?
It's a drink time.
It's a drink time!
Salud. No, it's not how you clink. Clink. Like that.
No, pinky out. Like we're classy.
I'm drinking wine. You're drinking...
So really what I need is like a tankard.
You're drinking like cider...
Mulled cider.
Malt
This is
cider.
fall. This is some fall shit right here.
You're drinking like...
This is super basic.
Super base. Toad's
It
basic.
doesn't taste like pumpkin, but it's fucking close. Apple's close enough.
You're drinking like some moonshine bullshit.
No, I gave that away.
Classy.
I don't have
wine.
my fucking moonshine anymore. Sad. Okay, so the potato is on the stove place. Have to wait for that to boil. Then reduce to a simmer, cook until the potatoes are fork tender. That's the oven.
Tender.
Fork tender.
Fork tender.
Means if you poke it with a fork, it doesn't.
It's tender?
It's super tender.
How do you describe tender?
Soft.
Doughy?
Pliable. That's more.
Adjectives.
Adjectives.
Anagrams.
Descriptive wording. That is the oven finally preheated.
Glorious! Is there anything we can cut?
Oh my god. The asparagus, eventually.
Asparagus!
I
Is this
should
the
have
right
let you
tool?
cut. I should have let you cut the wedding cake with that.
This is how we cut asparagus for this?
Sure. Or is it? Is this a sharp side too, or is that?
No, that's probably good. You know what?
Sad.
Safety is important in the kitchen. We're going to put this away.
Sheath it in a sheath.
And I'm going to put it in my tactical apron.
Oh, tactical apron. Tactical. Okay. While that's going, Lord, this is what happens when I read ahead. My laptop is so far away. Okay. While potatoes simmer, place garlic on a small piece of foil and toss with half a teaspoon of olive oil. Oh, hang on. Trying to figure out if I need to mince it yet or not. Oh, we're gonna make roasted garlic. Sorry, I'm reading ahead while I'm. Okay, no, so that means I need more fucking aluminum foil. Fuck yeah. So for this, since we're gonna mash it all up, I'm actually gonna go ahead and cut the stems off thing. So the garlic has these little like stemmy bits. I'm just gonna chop that off because I don't really want that in my anything.
We're missing
Use your words.
Cut.
Cut.
Scene.
Fucking cut.
Re-scene. Enter. Take two.
Take two.
Are we cutting garlic?
We are roasting garlic in a little aluminum foil pouch.
I did that once and failed.
You did that well. I've done it before, but it was like a whole head of garlic at once. It wasn't just like a couple of. So place Small piece of foil, toss with half a teaspoon olive oil. Okay, it doesn't specify. So I recently discovered that I've been sauteing with the wrong fucking olive oil.
Oh dear Jesus me, the wrong olive oil.
Lord.
Oh dear Lord.
Okay.
Well,
so
it's gonna have to shut everything. We're just shutting it all down. Shutting it down.
Okay, so the potatoes are boiling, so I am going to reduce that down to like medium low.
They
like
are boiling. 2. I mean, we could show you.
But they're boiling.
But they're boiling. You'll have to take our word for it. We moved the camera, but it took us like 20 minutes to get it set up. So.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Sorry, this is the only thing you see. Our wonderful cabinetry here, side of our microwave.
Ooh! I wanted to hang on. I have stuff to show you real quick. So I'm gonna take you
guys.
guys.
No, the camera we spent so long.
You know what? I can put it back. Calm down. Hey guys. Okay, so no, I have stuff to show you around the kitchen because we got new shit. Pro tip: if you want presents, get married. So I'm gonna flip you guys around. Flip around. Whoop! Hey, boiling potatoes. See, we would not lie to you.
Or would we?
Or would we? So this is, I'm going to give you guys a tour around the PoleChef kitchen because some things are different since the last time. We got a big fucking dish rack. Thank you, Andy, for whenever you get around to that. I changed this up because I've been struggling with trying to find a good olive oil bottle. And I got this one, and I like it. But I still really liked this bottle, but the top that came with it was plastic and not rubber, and that was really shitty. And so I took literally this is for a wine bottle. This is from Chrissy for our engagement back when. So if you don't have a fucking oil stopper for a bottle, just use a pourer for a fucking wine bottle. Super, super awesome. Okay, so I'm going to come and show you guys all these new cool things. This is like coffee and tea and all of our fucking cookware and stuff. Ooh, I have just decided to call this the caffeination station.
Oh.
Fuck you, I do what I want.
Oh. Veto.
Whatever. I'll call it what I want. So over here we have an electric kettle on a thing for hot tea or hot water for tea. And this thing is my fucking amazing coffee maker that hooks up to Wi-Fi and lets me use Alexa to make coffee in the morning or whenever the fuck I want, which is awesome. This is the Soda Stream, which I've been wanting for goddamn ever. Thank you, Alex. And these are all of the teacups and teapots. And this fucking teapot, which is the coolest goddamn thing I have ever seen in my fucking life. It is not gonna break. Chill out. It is a fucking wizard teapot, and I'm so happy about this. Everything about this makes me happy. Okay, I'm gonna flip you guys back around. Oh Lord.
Face it. Selfie cam.
Selfie cam is so surprising. No, nothing is more surprising than when you want to take a picture and you open up the camera app and then all of a sudden it's in selfie mode.
Selfie mode.
It's always down here and you're like, oh god.
Alright, so kitchen stuff.
Olive oil. So I'm gonna make like a little pouch. I just scrunch some of this shit up. It looks like you're just
crumpling it up.
I am. Inside there is garlic, I promise. So
I'm just here to critique.
Just here to bitch and moan and then eat the food at the end.
Right job. Ooh, a piece of cheese.
Phew. Exactly the right amount of cheese, Larry.
That's what I want. There you go.
I'm gonna put olive oil. Okay, so I'm sorry. I got distracted. So I was using the wrong kind of olive oil to cook before. Before, I used this shit. I still use it, but for different stuff. Extra virgin olive oil. It's a lot darker green in color. And it's supposed to be used for things like dressings and marinades that you don't cook. Has a lot more flavor, but it has a very, very low smoke point. So if you noticed, anytime I would cook anything on the stove using that oil, it would smoke the shit out of everything. Extra light olive oil is a lot more light, obviously. I got the same, I think it's the same brand. It is the same brand. Look, that wasn't even on purpose. Same brand, but extra light. It looks closer to like vegetable or canola oil or what have you. And I do have, even though I'm really not a fan of using canola oil, just in general because of the shit that I put in it, it's a lot better to deep fry stuff. Like if you're doing like fried chicken or chicken Kiev or something like that where you have like breadcrumbs or a batter, it's a lot better to do a deep fry stuff in canola oil. Trust me. So I'm going to take some of this and just drizzle it in there with the garlic. And I'm going to close this bitch up into like a little sealed packet thing. Form a pouch around the garlic. Pouch. Okay, and I'm going to shake it up. I'm going to toss it in the olive oil. Place garlic in a lightly, I'm skipping ahead, I'm sorry. Directly on an oven rack, opening side up, and roast until garlic is lightly brown and tender, 12 to 15 minutes. Okay. So this is the part that I am really excited to try because I haven't cooked since we got our Alexa Echo Dot, and I'm super excited. So we'll see how this timers things work, because one of the most frustrating pieces of cooking is remembering what fucking times things need and juggling multiple cooking times, cooking multiple different things. So I'm excited to set multiple timers with Alexa while I'm cooking and not have to worry about setting like 100 manual timers or getting my phone or like doing all that shit. So also at Bethany's suggestion, I have renamed Alexa to computer. So, yep, she just lit up. So anytime I say that word, she lights up, which is...
You're not supposed to tell people that.
Why? Because now they're going to... Well, they can't say anything. Because I'm on the video. They're not.
That's true.
Ha!
You can't say anything and mess
Neater,
with us.
bitch!
Neater. So it's really weird. I'm looking at our stats here, and I see that there are 8 people watching us right now, but it only shows 4 people. Megan, Max, Tabby, and Scout are watching.
Oh, yeah?
So there are...
Hey, my mom's there. Megan's
like,
there.
There's
Scout's
like
there.
Four people who are unaccounted for, according to Facebook.
Where
so
are you guys?
NSA,
wait, hang on. Wait. Maybe they're my friends, just not your friends.
The NSA.
The NSA counts for most of them. Well, you're on my... Who are you?
It's the NSA. Also, the guy...
Oh, Lord. I'm so sorry.
The Facebook person who's supposed to be watching this live video to make sure that we don't, like... trademark, copyright, man.
Oh, yeah, whoever that guy is.
So, hi, person in Facebook.
Hi, person. I won't play any music this time, so you won't have anything to do. Sorry.
Please don't block us.
Please don't block us. Okay, so I'm going to go stick this on in the oven for 15 minutes. Computer, set a garlic timer for 15 minutes.
Garlic timer, 15 minutes.
I fucking love technology.
That's how they used to do it back in the day. We got dark. What happened? Our light.
You moved out of the light. We have shit light in the kitchen, that's why. Woo. Sorry. We're super good at this, I promise. Okay. So what is next? Oh, shit, I forgot to set a potato timer. How long has it been? It's only been like 2 minutes or so.
2 minutes?
Yeah.
You gotta watch, man.
You know, it hasn't been that long. How long has it been since I put the potatoes on?
I don't know.
Super helpful.
Sous
chefing, so good. I'm just going to take them out when I do the garlic as well, because I think it's been about a couple minutes. So since I have to do the potatoes 15 to 18 minutes and the garlic 12 to 15 minutes, I'm going to take both out at 15 minutes and call it a day. Okay. Oh, Lord. Sorry. My lighting is all fucked up. I'm trying to get the live viewers to go away. Okay, that's fine. Oh my God, stop. There we go. I swear to God I'll get this down. It's been a while. This is why I drink. Okay.
We should have called Alexa Jarvis.
We can't. I tried.
Ah.
I know. It's not an option. You get like Amazon, Echo, Alexa, and computer, and that's it.
Send it back.
The second they have that customizable, though, you better believe your ass I'm putting it on there. Either that or Friday or Karen.
Damn it, Karen.
Damn it, Karen. Okay, 12 to 15 minutes, carefully open the packet and transfer roasted garlic to another mixing bowl, mash to a paste. While garlic roasts, wrap asparagus. Okay, so while that's all going on, we are going to trim the woody ends off asparagus. So when you get... woody. So when you get asparagus, it has this, like, white stuff. God damn it. This will never end.
Phrasing.
Phrasing. Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
We're doing phrasing.
Okay, so yeah, so it's got these, like, lighter ends. So we're just gonna... I've already washed this again. So I'm just gonna chop that off.
Oh.
Too late. Too late. How dare you make that joke so late? Okay.
I want to.
Place asparagus on prepared baking sheet. Drizzle with...
Bacon sheet?
Baking sheet.
This
Aw,
sucks.
got your hopes up.
God, this sucks.
Drizzle with 1 teaspoon olive oil. Spread into a single layer. Roast 5 minutes. Asparagus will finish cooking in a later step. While asparagus roasts, sear steak. Ooh! Yay, we get to go to my favorite part. Okay, so we're going to put this...
roasting?
The steak part.
Your steak part.
Your mom's a steak part?
She could be watching right now.
You're a steak
Your
part.
mom's a steak part.
My mom is a steak part.
Your mom's a steak part.
She is watching. Mom, you're a steak part, apparently. I don't think she'd mind that as long as she's a filet mignon. I think she'd be okay with that. I'm trying to go back to where the... I had it. There we go.
So?
Make a caffeination station sign. Only if it has a train on it. I will only make a caffeination station sign if there's a train on the sign.
No. I will take it down.
So that we can...
So quick.
So that in the morning, when I make coffee,
quick.
I can say that we're pulling into the caffeination station. Whatever, you can make your own dinner.
We can have nice things.
I promise.
Oh my God. Is that a Monique? Hi, Monique.
No! No!
No, Casey, you cannot be a sirloin steak.
No, that's...
Apparently you are a filet mignon.
You... Okay. So, we are going to... I really need to have, like, one of those above the countertop... Okay, I need you to...
What? I'm sorry.
Hogging my screen time, boo.
Look, it's equal screen time.
Yeah, okay.
It's in the contract.
Yeah. All right. So, I'm going to set you guys up over here by the stove so that we can see what's going on. Oh, my goodness.
Everything's a mess.
Everything is awful. There we go. Let there be light. Okay, so I'm sending Larry back into our room to check the feed. Meanwhile, we're going to cook some fucking steak. So we're going to cook this filet the way that God intended with a fucking cast iron pan. Brought to you by Lad. Well seasoned, thoroughly cared for. Always season your cast iron. Don't fucking put it in the dishwasher. Okay. So these steaks have been sitting out for probably about 10 to 20 minutes or so just before I started doing all this stuff. So they are thoroughly rested and relaxed. They came out of the fridge, so they were cold, and when cold steaks come out of the fridge, the muscle fibers are super tense, so you need to let it relax.
False news.
Fuck you. Super true. So I've got these awesome stainless steel like ingredient plate things that I specifically use for meats. What are you looking for? Are you just coming to hover?
I'm just hovering.
Hover.
Don't mind me.
Hover.
Just hovering.
So the first thing that you're going to do with the steak...
Judging.
Okay.
Silently.
As long as you judge.
Judging.
Had steaks dry. They're already dry. Season both sides with a pinch of salt and pepper. Okay. So we'll season both sides, salt and pepper.
Salt Bay.
Livery. Okay. That's fucking teamwork. And ground pepper. And harkening back to previous streams, I always do a slightly coarser grind of pepper for seasoning steak or meat in general. Just spreads the flavor better. Flip. More salt. Mo pepper. I should probably be heating this. Medium high. Okay. Pepper. Salt. And I have my olive oil over here as well. I'm going to adjust this view just slightly to get a little bit more of me also. Oh, there's some stuff stuck under here too. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the fan. I am sorry you probably won't be able to hear me.
The sizzle.
The sizzle. I was going to turn on this other fan just in case. It's starting to get a little warm. Oh, that warms up fast. Okay. So, while I'm waiting for that to heat up, I'm going to scroll through. Hi, Jess. Scroll through my comments. And I'm going to poke in on Master Schaefer, who was watching me on a stream on Facebook. So I'm watching my stream, watch my stream. Streamception.
I just realized that in the background is the new Justin.
Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god. And he's still kicking. Okay, so guys, I want to introduce you. This is new Justin, because we got left for way cooler people one time, like a month and change ago, like a fucking year ago, forever. And we got this balloon to be super shitty, and it still is alive and floating, and it's really fucking creepy. But we don't have the heart to get rid of it, so it's just gonna sit there forever, or it slowly deflates with time and just creates this weird dirt face until such time that we see fit to put it out of its misery. Okay, so the pan is starting to smoke a little, so that is indication to me that it is time to start cooking again. Okay, so olive oil, just like a drizzle. Drizzle. Hi, Jess. That has rubber. Aha! So I have these glorious things, which are silicone lifter things. So I'm just gonna swirl this around a little bit. Alright. So now I'm actually going to use tongs to put the steak into the pot to keep my hands off of meat, because I already washed my hands. Oh, and I can hear the oil starting to sizzle a little bit too. Okay, so we should hear like a good sizzle, but a good way to test it is to put in, yep, some salt, and I see it kind of starting to bubble in there a little bit, so yeah, that's immediate sear. That's what we want. So that's going to sit undisturbed. I'm not going to touch it. So now I'm going to go rinse this off and wash it. That's going to go for 1 to 2 minutes. So that I can count 60 seconds in my head. But you can also play it by eye as well. Huh? As opposed to playing it by ear. Because you can't really hear when a steak is done, but it's a lot easier to see.
Yes, you can. Usually a steak will scream when it's ready.
I don't hear the blood of my enemies, so I assume that it's not quite done yet.
It's an older steak.
It's an older steak.
Hi, I'm back. Not doing anything, but being in the lane. Wonderful. It's great. So, what's your favorite cut of steak?
Ooh, that's a good question.
No, I'm asking you, seriously.
Oh, mine?
Yeah, you.
Oh, my favorite cut is the filet. When I have the money to buy a filet.
Filet's good.
I like the filet, but really my favorite is the New York strip. Because you got that nice, like,
Too much
chunky fat on the side. No, but you
Sure.
have the point is to render that fat down so that it's not.
Yeah, but they never
all fat.
do. So, like, half my steak is fat and half of it is steak. I basically paid $20 for half a steak.
I mean, that's fair.
Well, the filet mignon, it's got, it's already
Okay.
pre-cut, or a good sirloin is also amazing. And
Okay.
obviously cooked well done.
I can go a little more. I know I said undisturbed and I'm totally lying. I'm sorry.
She missed that. Well done steak.
Ew. Why bother?
Eat chicken instead.
Order channel. Who is it that does that? Fucking Sweetwater Tavern. On their fucking menu, they have that that fucking part on the bottom of the menu where they show you like what all the different cooks of the meat are, and right at the bottom where it says well done, it just says order chicken, which I think is just fucking brilliant.
You eat medium rare.
Medium rare.
Rare.
Medium rare is the preferred way to cook steak.
You guys don't know it, but it smells amazing. Wish you were here in our kitchen, but you're not. And
No.
there's only 2 steaks.
Only two.
So
Sorry, guys.
I can't share.
Sorry, guys.
So,
So to be fair, I will be hosting some hosts. Oh Lord,
host to post.
she's the host. The hostess is with the most.
So host to post to post.
Most hosts. I will be having other people join me on the show. So if you guys are interested in joining me on the show for something, or if you have
And
ideas,
me.
Salty.
Gross. You're in a kitchen.
Yep.
So
That's what
unsanitary.
you get for being all up in my face. So, if you guys are interested in joining the show, or if you have ideas about like what you want to cook, I am making a list right now. I am compiling lists of shit to cook, and this may be a slightly shameless plug because I think he's amazing. But I just started watching this YouTube channel show called Binging with Babish. I posted a link of his previously. Okay, so we've got a nice golden color. Hang on. Yeah, okay. The steaks go in the oven at some point anyway. Okay, so that is the garlic timer.
The garlic timer is done.
Hey! Okay, so the steak is also done. And the steak will finish. Computer, cancel timer. Very good at listening. So I'm going to let that cool off naturally. That's going to be real smoky, so I should stick it back on. Okay, so I'm going to take the potatoes off and take the garlic out. That's hot. Don't grab hot pans with your bare hands. So now we're going to move back over here because we don't need the stove anymore. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, so we have potatoes, and I'm going to drain them. Oh, wait. Ha-ha! Fun fact, half of my show is really just watching me run spastically from one corner of my kitchen to the other. Yeah. Luigi! Hello! Good to see you, man.
Luigi! What's up, man?
Hi, hi. You came into potatoes. Ooh, they're like so steamy.
Smells
actually they
delicious.
smell
Like I
fucking
said,
good.
really
Potatoes
good.
smell good.
Trust us. I wish you were here. Not
Okay.
really, because there's only enough food for the two of us.
Ha. Drain into a colander, transfer to a mixing bowl, mash until smooth. Reserve pot. Why? What do you... Nice try. Smoke screen. Potato screen.
Okay.
So these are now sitting here. These are going to rest for a minute while we get the rest going. It's going to finish cooking in the oven. Wow, the lighting is absolute shit. Cool. So I need to transfer these potatoes to a mixing bowl. So I'm actually going to take the bowl that I used to soften the butter, dual purpose, and put these in here. Rinse off stuff, clean as you go. That is definitely a huge thing for me in this kitchen because don't nobody want to do no fucking dishes when there could be eating to do. Okay. That's so much better. It gets so loud. Okay, so we're back to the potatoes. Transfer to a mixing bowl, mash until smooth. Reserve pot, no need to wipe clean. Well, potatoes simmer. What else do I need the pot for, though? Is what I'm... Oh, I finished the mashed potatoes in there. Why can't I just mix it all in the... Oh, because I'm going to cook it again. Okay, that's fine. So, I'm going to leave this pot. I'm not going to rinse it out because they told me not to. So I'm going to stick this back over here by the stove, but not back on the heat because these are still cooling down and I don't want it to burn anything. So I'm going to use my new fancy potato masher and just start fucking mashing. This is a round bowl and a square masher, so this is going to be interesting. That took like...
Is it working?
It is working. It was taking way less time than using a fucking fork.
That is amazing.
It's amazing!
Amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna rinse that off. Hot water.
You know, if we only had that
So
earlier,
many times ago.
I mean, mashed potatoes
made
would've
so
been
many mashed
so
potatoes.
much mashed potatoes.
I would have made mashed potatoes so much more often.
Let me give it a whirl. Or you're done. Are you done with it?
I am done.
What is the point of sous chefing if you don't let me do anything?
I mean, what do you want to do?
What can I do?
What is next?
Tell me what's next.
Okay. I'm reading. Oh, we
Can't
need
do
to pull
that.
the garlic out. Pull the garlic out of the oven. On the... Here. No. You cannot use that. Bethany will kill you. Super unsafe. Use the one that used the...
Okay, so that for you that
Fun story.
realize what's going on here. So this is an infinity gauntlet thing for holding hot stuff. And I got it out of a loot crate. And it looks super awesome and stuff. The problem is, it's actually defective by the manufacturer.
Does not
and
work.
they recalled it because it wasn't actually keeping people from getting burnt. So, it's cool, but it's useless. So instead, I got this one from Bethany, which is blue, and
Amazing.
it says "fuck this shit" on here.
I fucking
So
love
that's
it.
amazing. And you already got
Oh
you
my
already,
god. I think I just came. Excuse you. So, pro tip, roasted garlic smells fucking amazing. Alright, so when it comes out, it's going to be this, like, orangey tan color.
So again,
I
I
don't think
can't
it's
do
the one.
anything because you already did it.
Yeah, well, you were too busy telling the glove story.
Crab people.
Grab people. What you can do is mash the garlic, though,
How does one mash garlic?
with a fork.
We don't have a fancy garlic masher.
We have a garlic press, but that's not the same. I mean, do you want to use the garlic press? Because then you'll have to clean it when you're done. Fork is here.
It's like she knows me.
So
Fork.
just mash the
This is a garlic masher.
garlic mashing fork.
It is for mashing garlic. So
Okay.
just like how it sounds. Just,
Yep. Yeah, just mash it into a
just-
paste.
I'm
Paste.
failing.
Do you, here, hang on, let's try this. Try the spatula instead.
A spatula?
Spatula.
This is also a garlic press. Do not eat the garlic.
But it's so good.
No.
So delicious.
I have mashed it. It was actually a lot quicker than I thought it would be.
That's what she said. Let's hope not.
Alright, see, it's mashed into a paste.
Roasted garlic paste.
So,
Which I can only imagine are going to go into the potatoes at some point.
that sounds amazing. Well, I feel like we need more garlic. We always have more garlic.
Always have, like, a lot of garlic on hand. Ooh! Lou said use a teaspoon. Good call.
Hey, this is our cooking show, okay? We're teaching you how to cook, okay? You don't have your own cooking show. Although you are Italian and from New York, so I guess it's in the blood. I'll trust you, Lou. Also, you're terrifying, so.
So there's that. Okay, so it says remove stem and mince thyme, which well, I guess I didn't mince it, but I guess I'll do that. I stemmed the thyme flowers, but I didn't mince them, so I guess I'll fucking follow the recipe. Can you rinse those off? So, something fun I also learned since the last stream is a proper way to hold a knife when slicing, as opposed to doing this chopping, rocking thing that I'm doing. Pop, rock, and chop it. Yeah. Thank you. To hold, some knives will have like a curved bit here where the handle kind of curves in. This one does not. But what you're supposed to do is hook your finger around this. So you see there's the thin blade and then there's these like guards kind of thing here. You're supposed to hook your finger around it and hold it this way so that when you're slicing you have more control over, don't worry, my fingers are fine, more control over the knife as opposed to back here, which it's like a fulcrum. When you have all the control back here, it's way worse on your wrists. What did you do?
You want to be careful.
Don't want to end up like Four-Fingered Larry.
Four-Fingered Larry.
Four-Fingered Larry really does sound like a pirate or like a...
That's a mob guy. Four-Fingered Larry. You don't want to talk to him.
Don't fuck with Larry.
Don't fuck with Four-Fingered Larry.
Okay.
So now that we're all out of time.
God. You're just getting me back for that caffeination station thing.
It absolutely was terrible. Caffeination station.
Whatever. My mom thinks it's funny.
Yeah, well, your mom has to.
That's fair.
She's contractually obligated to think you're funny.
That's fair. Okay,
now
so...
you're contractually obligated to think I'm funny.
Damn it!
Ha! Ha 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 ha! Got him.
Fuck. Yeah, well... Okay, set aside half the roasted garlic in a bowl with remaining garlic. Combine butter, thyme, and a pinch of Parmesan. Okay, so I'm going to get a slightly larger mixing bowl. By slightly larger, I'll go here. Meow! So I'm going to do... So this is the garlic, so I'm just going to squish it all into like a little bot in the center and then just cut it in half. Because... that's how I do it. This is how we do it. Okay. Butter, thyme, and Parmesan. Okay. So this is softened butter that we softened, so it's soft. Thyme. And Parmesan. All the Parmesan. I actually put extra Parmesan in here, so I'm not going to put all the Parmesan in here, because I'm actually going to put some on the asparagus. Deviating from the recipe! Oh my god! Okay, so the Parmesan reserve remaining for potato. Okay, so I take that back. Pinch of Parmesan. It says a pinch of Parmesan, but they can kiss my ass. I put a little more than that in there. Okay, so I'm going to mash it together. With my tiny spatula. I use the spatula all the time too. Like, it comes in handy when you need something that's very flexible and sturdy. It's all one piece, so I don't ever have to worry about it fucking popping the top off of it. Ever. Okay. So I mixed together the butter and the cheese and the roasted garlic into this little paste thing. I think this is going to go on top of the steak. Yes. So this is the steak topping. So I'm going to actually separate this into two, since there are two steaks. And this will make it a lot easier when the steaks are finished to make a topping. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to set this aside over schmeow. That can go in the trash. Soak in this. And clean off my spatula. Okay.
Drink time.
Drink time. Oh, we wrap them in bundles. That's fun.
And the prosciutto?
Mm-hmm.
I said prosciutto. So
Prosciutto.
I was wrong.
Bruschetta is a Italian salsa on a toast.
And prosciutto?
I don't think that's a thing.
Well, what did you just say?
Prosciutto.
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 Okay.
Or if you're really pretentious, it's prosciutto.
Prosciutto. Of course. Quite, yes, indeed.
Yes, I want to punch those people in the face.
Wonderful cooking show that we're having here. This evening's choice of filet mignon is brought to you by Jug Wine.
Jug wine. Fucking giant wine. Okay. Transfer steaks to other half of prepared baking sheet where the asparagus was, if you want to go ahead and do the thing.
Alright, so you want me to move...
Put the steaks, yes. Put the steaks over here on that half. Just set them down. Because they're going to cook in the oven.
Ah,
Aha!
excellent.
Roast until steaks reach minimum internal temperature of 145 degrees and asparagus is lightly brown. Oh, I'm supposed to wrap the asparagus. Cool.
I have completed my task.
Huzzah! Rinse that off. Thanks, y'all.
I am the best sous chef ever.
And bring me the asparagus. Asparagus. So this is prosciutto. Prosciutted. Whatever.
We're professional.
So there are there's a lot of slices. Okay. So they have this weird plastic film thing in between them.
Is all the asparagus?
Yes. There's not much.
Asparagus.
Just enough for two people. So we're basically going to have one, clump per person. So I have to count how many slices of prosciutto there are so that I know how to wrap it. Jesus. Okay.
You want to wrap it, Jesus? You can't wrap Jesus.
Not with that attitude. 2. 3, 50. Yeah. 4. 5. Oh, okay. That's kind of what I thought. 5. So there are 5, 6. So that means 3 per bundle. So I'm going to take the asparagus, which is warm but not too hot because it's been sitting out for a little bit. And just put this stuff around so you guys can actually see what the fuck I'm doing. Take a little drink. Cheers. Ah, shit's so good. Okay, I'm going to separate this into 2 bundles. Try and have them as evenly sized as possible so that they both cook correctly. Okay, so 2 bundles. So I'm going to take 3 things of prosciutto and wrap them this way. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a couple of pieces of asparagus, and then I'm going to add 1 and roll. Just because I feel like being weird. So what you do if you are wrapping things with more than 1 thing of prosciutto, but you want it to stay consistent, is you take the second sheet and you overlap it. Yep, without tearing the shit out of the fucking... okay. So we're going to do this way. So I'm taking the piece of prosciutto and overlapping it with the first piece so that it all holds itself together. And I'm going to change the angle a little so that it goes both up and down. Okay, so let's try this again without fucking up the whole thing. This is very sticky meat. Okay. Meh, schmeh. So we're going to do this at an angle a little bit to get it back down the asparagus. Yeah, so we'll have a couple of corners left. But basically now we have a prosciutto wrapped bundle of asparagus. So we're going to stick this back in, or they have it like towards the end. That's so weird. Okay, so I'm going to slide this closer to the bottom. Try and get it a little loose. There we go. Okay, so it's more like bundly. So I'm going to stick this on the pan next to the filet. Wow, this light is absolute shit. 1 second. I need to fix this real quick because this is really going to bother me. I will get a proper stand for this someday, guys, I promise. Huh? Yep. I mean, I guess that's a little better, I suppose. Oh my god, this light's gonna drive me nuts. Okay. Then you eat the prosciutto so that you don't waste anything. Hey, babe, you want some prosciutto? It's like saying prosciutto.
Yeah.
Oh, you should come eat some.
1 second.
Okay. Alright, so now, let's try and do this better than the other one. Because I also have to keep in mind that I'm trying to take a picture of this later. So I want it to look Instagram ready. Okay, oh wait. Keep it towards the bottom. Bless you.
Thank you.
Super classy. Okay. You know, these are really good wrapped around cheese sticks. So if you ever find, I don't remember what it's called, Volti, so I'm going to start with a V. You see them a lot more in gas stations and stuff now, but they take like mozzarella sticks and wrap them in like pastrami and shit, and they have a prosciutto wrap one that is just the tits. Okay, last one. This one we actually managed to keep whole. Yeehaw. Okay. Lovely, lovely. Okay, so this is the second bundle. Yeah, sticking this on here. Bueno.
There's Italian ham.
Hmm?
Italian ham.
Okay.
How's it going?
It's going. So if you could stick that in the oven with this.
Oh, mine.
Or with yours.
All right. I was at 425. And how long?
Wait, stop. Ah. I get jokes.
Yes, chef.
So, okay, so it has us wrapping the prosciutto. I heard that.
Or what?
Wrapping the prosciutto after we finish cooking the asparagus.
So you did all that for nothing?
Yeah. But guess who's gonna deviate?
Deviate from the recipe!
Okay. Well, let's do the thing.
All right, so I'm gonna stick it in
Okay,
here.
stick it. Yeah, stick it in there.
For how long?
6 to 10 minutes.
6 to 10 minutes.
So we're gonna do 7 minutes.
Computer. Set steak timer, 7 minutes.
Steak timer, 7 minutes. Starting now.
Thank you.
I love this thing. Okay. So while that's going,
Yes, sir.
Return pot used to boil potato to medium heat. I lied, we're going back to the stove. Coarsely chopped spinach. Add olive oil and spinach to hot pot. Cook until spinach begins to wilt, 30 to 60 seconds. Add a bunch of shit in there. Okay, so we're not going back to the stove because I don't need to. I'm just going to, does it say medium or medium high? Medium. So medium for layman's.
Bye, Lou.
Huh? Bye, Lou. Love you.
Bye, Sandy.
Woo! Hi, people. Oh my god, I think this is the most people that we've actually maintained for like the whole stream.
That's because we're awesome.
Everything is awesome. I'm gonna finish the rest of this. Did you want any of this cider before I finish it all?
No, you're good.
Beautiful. Good answer. Okay. Alright, Bethany, now it's time to make us some more cider. Okay. So, the pot is coming up to a medium heat. While we wait for that, I'm going to chop spinach. It says coarsely chop. So like, you don't have to be too picky. Okay, so this is the perfect example to come in with the chopping technique. So I'm wrapping my index finger around like this. And that way I don't chop any of these fingers. And I get better control from the center of the knife, which gives me much better chops. So I'm just going one direction across, and then I'm doing like grid style chopping. Because it's not really moving around at all. So I'm just doing like line, 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 line. I'm not really mincing or anything like that. We just need it to be broken up into smaller pieces. Okay. So that's good. Ooh, pot's coming up. Ooh, Lord. 1 teaspoon olive oil and spinach. Okay, so we're going to cook the spinach. Yeah, I hear it sizzle as soon as it hits the pot. Okay. So I guess I will bring it over to the stove. Mobby dog. Okay. So, basically we put some olive oil in a pot, the same pot we used to cook the potatoes. And I'm just going to use this without, swear to God that was a bug on me. Okay. So, I'm going to keep it on the heat and just stir it around so that we get spinach cam. So I'm just stirring it around. It's on medium heat now, but you can hear it kind of sizzling, so I'm trying to keep it from burning by keeping it moving. So basically we're just wilting it down enough to combine into the potatoes. So I'm going to let that wilt down a little bit. I used to hate spinach. Let me tell you what. Used to hate spinach. What I realized was that I didn't like the mushy cooked cream spinach shit you get in like the freezer. That comes in like a frozen block of chopped spinach. But then I started eating spinach salads as a kid. Not because I wanted to, mind you. And I was like, hey, this isn't so bad with certain stuff. And then I started cooking with fresh spinach, and that got better. And then as I got older, my taste buds died and I stopped caring. So now I actually really like spinach. Same thing with mushrooms. Okay. 30 to 60 seconds, add cream cheese. That's this. They gave us 2 little tiny tubs. So for those of you who are either just joining or weren't around when I first started, we are making a home chef meal, which means that all of the ingredients are pre-portioned out for us, which is why you heard me kind of willy-nilly putting stuff into a pot without really thinking about how much I'm doing, because they already give us the right amount of everything we need. All you really need is some fucking, pull this off the heat, cream cheese, so I want the cream cheese to melt. So So I know I talked about not liking cream spinach, and that's basically exactly what I'm making right now, so. But this is going in with mashed potatoes, so that will help. 3 tablespoons of water, remaining Parmesan. So 3 tablespoons. I'm just going to put it in this thing. Actually, wait, no, I have a small thing. So I got a tiny version of a liquid measuring cup that has the slanted angle thing, which I think is amazing. This holds 2 tablespoons. Actually, it holds 4, that's a lie. This holds 4 tablespoons, or a 1/4 cup. So I'm just going to do that, because this makes small liquid measurements way, way easier. Parmesan. So with this, you can add pretty much as you want. But so I'm just going to add the rest. And remaining garlic. So this is the rest of the roasted garlic. I'm going to stick in there. Stir until cream cheese is fully incorporated. Okay, so I can take this off the heat, I think. Okay, I'm going to put this on like low heat. So that way you guys can still see what the fuck I'm doing, but I don't have to stir all the way across the stove. So I'm basically just stirring this around while I switched burners. So this one's now on, that one I turned off. So I'm just heating it on like a low, medium, low heat so that it melts the cheese and the garlic and incorporates everything into a smooth texture. I'll get you guys on the spinach cam. And hopefully my goal is to know what I'm cooking enough in advance that I can put up like a recipe somewhere or direct you guys to a place.
Steak timer is done.
Hey! Hey, babe!
Yep.
Larry, come here, I need you!
Your steak
Yes,
timer
chef.
is done.
Can you turn off the timer? Just say cancel timer.
Computer. Cancel timer.
Perfect. Now take out the steak.
Move aside.
Ooh. We can put it on the thing behind you. Wait a moment.
And then steak cam.
And steak cam. You guys want to see this shit? I'm going to flip you around for this. So, steak cam. This is what it looks like coming out of the oven. That nice, like, crispy brown top is what we got from the sear. And this is what the prosciutto looks like when you cook it on top of the asparagus, which is not what the recipe told you to do. But in PoleChef, even though I tell you not to do the thing, I always end up doing the thing. So when in doubt, deviate from the recipe and say, fuck it, because you only live once and you don't learn from your mistakes by not making any. So that ends up tasting horrible, then I will know next time I do that to fucking leave the prosciutto off until the last minute. Okay, so that is that. Add mashed potato. So we're going to add the mashed potato from the bowl into here. Because it had us mash the potato without any cream or cheese or butter or anything in it, it's just crumbly bits of cooked potato, which is fine. It's just a different way of doing it. Hold this. Okay. So now I'm going to stir gently so that I don't fling tiny shards of potato everywhere. Until it all kind of combines together. And this is definitely making a much more creamy mashed potato. Sometimes people want them like starchy and fluffy, and sometimes they want them creamy and smooth. I kind of go both ways. Shut up, my puns are hysterical. And it kind of depends on what toppings are in it, what it's being used for, what the texture of the dish is supposed to be. So this is the mashed potatoes with the spinach in it. And it's got kind of this, like, it's solid, so it's stiff, but it's definitely creamy and kind of structurally sound still. So I think that's done. I'm going to take that off the heat and bring these over. Meow. where we are going to get ready for plating, which is my favorite part besides the eating. Oh my god, okay. I'm like trying to put this, I'm trying to put it on my charger while I do this, but it's like fucking my, oh my god, camera up. Okay. Okay, so now, mashed potatoes, salt and pepper. Okay, so now we're gonna season the mashed potatoes. Don't season stuff like, certain things you want to season beforehand, certain things you want to season after. Things like mashed potatoes and eggs, like scrambled eggs, you want to season after you've cooked it for the most part. Because salt and pepper changes the chemistry of the food that you're making. So for example, when I make scrambled eggs, I wait until I have cooked the eggs before I add salt and pepper. So I cook the eggs, I scramble the eggs, I get it all together in a bowl, and then I add salt and pepper afterwards. Because if I add salt and pepper beforehand, it actually turns the eggs like this whitish gray color, and it's super gross. So, in the interest of not doing that, we're going to add salt and pepper after. So since this is not seasoning meat, I'm going to get the grind on the pepper back down a little bit. Because I don't like giant chunks of black pepper in my food. I like black pepper, but I don't like seasoning sized chunks unless it's actually on meat that's been seasoned. So good pinch. I think that's all we need the oven for, so I'm going to turn that off as well. Clean up after yourself. Saves you time. Okay. Down the road. Put everything away. Alright. So now, this is also the part where you taste, because you don't want to plate any food until you've actually tasted it. So, I have my fork. Yep. Okay, that's good. Sometimes I can't really tell if it needs salt or pepper, so I have to taste it like a couple of times. But that was actually good the first time. Actually, I could use like a little bit more salt. Because you want the flavors to really stick around. You don't want the flavors to evaporate too quickly, because then that's what leads to people thinking that the food is bland, just because the flavors don't really pop right away. There is such thing as not enough aftertaste. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So now we are on to plating. So I'm going to get my plates. I'm going to do these one at a time, because I'm going to try one, and I'm going to plate the second one and take a picture of that so you guys can see it. I will, of course, post it to the page. So, the way that they have it set up, I'm scrolling up so I can see the picture. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this for the picture involves using both bundles of asparagus. So, I'm not going to try the asparagus. I know, sacrilege, right? Okay, so I'm going to get the steak first and cross my fingers. So, going to give this a good... So I'm poking it to see if it's kind of... So it's been resting for a few minutes. I'm going to poke this in here. Give it a good... Oh, you guys ready for this? Alright. Meh. Look at that! Look at that! Okay, so I know it's kind of shitty lighting, but it's a pretty good medium rare there. It's like... It's a little more on the medium side, but that's okay. So now what I'm going to do is squish this back together, and I'm going to go take a picture. Oh, I should probably eat it, shouldn't I? No. Because I want to taste what it looks like. That made absolutely no sense. Okay. Yep, that's fucking good. Okay. So, now, I'm going to finish plating, and I'm going to take a gorgeous picture and share it with you guys so that you can be super duper jealous. And then I will be putting out more polls to come to find out, poll puns, to find out what you guys want me to make next. So if you guys have ideas, shoot them my way. Keep them coming. Otherwise, I will let you guys know when we are ready to do another stream. Hopefully next time we will have a special guest again. In the meantime, Sous Chef Schaefer.
We're out.
Peace.